Hi everyone, if you're a subscriber, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Riley. Welcome to my garden, and this week we're talking about my fall patio garden. If I look a little tired, I am exhausted. I have been out here working all day in the main garden and the last couple of hours on this patio garden. Hummingbirds are back in force. Hope you can see them on the video. We have about 10 to 20 every night that come. I have 3 feeders up on the patio. They're going through their migration right now, so we're going to have them for the next few months, and really a joy to be out on the patio and see these fly around. They're quite loud, actually, chirping and being very territorial about these feeders. If you've not seen the videos I've done on the hummingbirds, search those in my videos and have a look. But back to my fall patio garden. I got all my trellis netting up all the way around. And this year we're planting Vortex beans from Johnny's Seeds over here on these trellises. We're going to be planting, or have planted, some sugar snap peas over here. Those are Bella's favorite. I couldn't believe how much she loved those last year when I was harvesting those. I really had to be careful actually of how many I gave her. I just planted some carrots on the inside of these Vortex beans, so these beans will grow up this trellis. I'll have carrots in a row in front of them here, and on the outside of that row I'm going to be planting spinach and bok choy. So I'll have small plants, a little bit taller plants, and even bigger plants. And the sun is tracking behind me all day long. Sun is coming this way, so the patio garden works really well. Let me take you through in detail exactly what I've got out here, show you what I'm planning, and I hope you'll join the video series this year for the Fall Garden 2022. Okay, starting on the furthest left end here, you can see these are Vortex beans that I planted a week ago. Now, I planted these late because there were some other plants here. My wife and I took those out. That gave me more space to complete the trellis all the way over. You can see there where I tied the trellis. I tied it together to the one beside of it. So those have just come up. And then in front of that, you can see the row where I just planted the carrots. And I've already done a video on how you plant carrots. And one thing I did differently this year where I'm testing, and you can see that there's some small planks of cedar there. There was a video out, and I believe it was Hugh Richards. I can't remember where I saw it, but he was talking about sowing directly in soil, then putting a piece of wood on top to keep the moisture down so that you don't have to be coming back and watering constantly. And I'm going to give it a try. So there's that wood laid down on some of it, and I'll leave that space open, and we'll see how that works out. Now, as you come down through this row, see the beans behind there? See the gap right there? I just planted some more beans in there because I lost some plants. And I lost them for damping off. Now, damping off is a bacteria in the soil, or a fungus in the soil. I'll look that up and put a note in the video description. Regardless, what happens is it constricts the plant, doesn't allow the base of the plant to take up nutrients, and that base of the plant just gets tinier and tinier and tinier, and it just falls over and dies. There are different ways to treat it, and one of the ways that I tried was I did a mix of hydrogen peroxide and watered my plants down. Seemed to work decently. I haven't lost any more plants, but it was pretty disappointing to come out and see those plants had fallen over. I knew exactly what had happened, and it's just depressing. It's in the soil, so I think I'll continue to try to treat it with the hydrogen peroxide and water rather than spending a lot of money on a fungicide or other even organic chemicals to treat the soil. We'll see how things go this year. But when you're gardening, stuff happens. You know, things don't always go perfect. In my maiden garden, I've had some great success in some places this year, and other places I really have struggled. So that's just gardening. Moving over, you can see again, there's a large gap where I lost plants to damping off. You can see that in front where I've just planted all of the carrots, and then another big gap where I lost plants from damping off. So we've replanted some seeds of Vortex there. Those beans will come up. they're gonna be just fine. I already have plenty of plants growing. There'll be more than enough beans this year. This main section is where my wife transplanted her Philippine lemon tree, and we'll see how that does. My ladder in the back. And then coming over to this trellis, on the left where you see there's nothing planted is I just planted more snap peas in that location. And again, we had some other plants there when I originally set everything up, and I didn't want to dig that up. My wife and I came out, we dug it up, and I put some more seeds down there, so I'll have a full trellis of snap beans. And you can see here I've had pretty good germination rate on all of my snap beans, going all the way down. And then up the arbor this year, I have some cantaloupe growing. Now, in front of these beans, we're going to be growing kohlrabi and some more bok choy and some more spinach, and maybe even some bunching onion. I need to find a place for my bunching onion this year for my kimchi recipe, and this may be the spot where it goes. Like my garden every year, my original plans have changed. I go into my Excel spreadsheet when I make changes, and I make notes where I'm moving things, and now I've got to look at where I'm going to move the bunching onion. So we'll see how that goes. To close out the video, I've done sort of a panoramic so you can get a better view of what this whole patio looks like, and I've got some incredible footage of hummingbirds close up, so stick around for that. But before that, let me just say thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please share it. That really helps the channel. Enjoy the hummingbirds.